Hey, hi there, that's French Vinyl Addict coming out in another video. On that new one, I'm hopping on a thread Ben Rankin came up with. It's I have the best record collection on YouTube thread. I just watched David Atkinson's answers. Pretty interesting. And I know Steve from All the Words a Stage and Mike Vinyl's Spiral. They both already done their homework as I watched their entries yesterday. And as a little nod, I'm shouting out. I just put behind myself three records. So if you follow their channels of these three gentlemen, you will recognize to whom corresponds each of these records. Yeah, these are 12 questions. I just wrote it down on a piece of paper. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, let's start with the first question. Is diversity in your collection important? Well, when it comes to me, as a music enthusiast, it makes sense to say that musical diversity is natural. Well, as a Frenchman who moved to Canada last year, so changing continent, plus I grew up very close to Germany, Switzerland. I have Polish roots, so Polish ancestors. You can tell my musical environment has always been wide. That's why I'm probably a man of eclectic taste. We were listening to a lot of different genres at home, bands from different countries, including France, obviously, Germany, Poland, Italy, Spain, and all the music from the US, the rock from the US and from England. So I have a great diversity in my collection because of that. Plus now I'm part of the vinyl community and I have great connections with some of the VC channels, thanks to which I'm now even more able to find out about new genres, other type of music. So it's the diversity is important to me. Number two, are you a completist? Well, being a completist means collecting every single items, gems of an artist, including bootlegs, rare stuffs, reissues, box set, pressing from all over the world. Definitely not. Wouldn't spend my lifetime focusing on one artist, on one band. I'd like sometimes to have several albums, several records from an artist. Not trying to find everything related to one artist. So I'm not a completist. Third question. Do you like to have several different formats and why? I grew up in the 90s with a CD. I had to make a choice prior moving to Canada. I have to get rid of not my collection. I gave maybe 80% of my CD collection to my family and friends. I kept 20% of the CDs. I wanted to have all my vinyl over here to be shipped, but still, it's fine to have CDs. First of all, when it comes to driving long distance, you cannot really bring your vinyl in your car. And it's nice sometimes to compare versions, remastering, reissues, CDs versus vinyl and cassettes, or maybe streaming MP3 sometimes just to compare. So it's not like I must have all the versions available, but it's nice to sometimes it's nice to do some compare. Number five, or number four, sorry, is having old OGs important to you, or are you happy with reissues? That will depends very much upon every situation is different. When it comes to 12 copies private pressing, you cannot really finding a copy will cost an arm and leg. Forget about it. Of course, a reissue is the go-to options, but if reissues are not that good from the quality, from the standpoint quality, and finding an OG is possible, then I will probably wait until I get hold of an original copy. But as I said, every situation is different. But I'm not a man who buy every single reissues box set of an album I already have in my collection. Number five, is having all the classics more important than having the obscurities that no one else has? No, it's not important. I have classics in my collections. I'm proud to have that. My father gave it to me. Now I'm more into obscure, but it's not like a challenge or a competition. It's not that important. Some people like to stick to the classics. Other like to discover, dive a little bit deeper into music. But I don't see that as a competition, so it's not more important. Number six, is the size of your collection important? The only time the size of my collection was important is the day I had to pay for the shipment from France to Canada. But seriously, quantity doesn't matter. It's all about quality of your view records. I don't have a million records. I don't have 10,000 records. I building up my collection. I'm proud to have every single albums that I do own, but I'm not trying to say, hey, I have that much records. It's not. It's very much about the quality of the records, my opinion. Number seven. Do you prefer your collection to be well curated or a mixed bag of wonderful weirdness? Wonderful weirdness. I really like that. Well curated is probably more my sensitivity. I hate spending more than 5 minutes finding a record in my closet. Probably like Steve, if I don't find a record, I cannot really go to sleep. Plus, I have 500 LPs in my collection. It's not that bad. So yeah, well curated is probably my go-to. Number eight. Do you care what others think of your collections or collecting habits, obsessions? Personally, I don't care what other people say. Well, it's nice to have compliment. Well, you have a great collection. Oh, you have a great pressing. Doesn't change my life though. But if you're an experienced guy, you are giving me useful tips or good guidance for the way I can improve the way I do things, then why not? I'm always keen to listen. But criticize, or maybe it's not the question, but usually what people say, I just don't care. Number nine, do you see your collection in terms of what you have or what you don't have? Of course, what I have, I enjoy, as I said, every records that I do have. It's not important the records I will find. Of course, I have a wanted list. I have a dream wish list. I'm still after some pressing, some copies, some albums, but it's not that important. I have enough records I can enjoy. I can spend a great evening selecting 4 or 5 records to listen to. So yeah, in terms of what I have. Number 10, where does it all end? I guess you are talking about my collection. I never thought about what my collection will be after the day I pass away. Not important. I hope this will maybe be a person who cares about music, who cares about records. If this collection has to be sold, it's good that the money will maybe serve for a certain charity. You have a lot of different reasons. You know, like animal pets or children. A lot of people needs the money. But yeah, I hope people will care about music records in general. Yeah. Number 11. Does it does it even matter in the big scheme of things? Of course not. Number 12. Can I have your records when you die? No, sorry. And the bonus question you added in your video. When you look across the whole music collection that you have, is there a theme that emerges? Hard to say. A theme? Not really. If I look the big picture, I have records that were previously owned by my parents, my grandparents, classic rock, now a lot of prog music, 60s, 70s, um, probably something very personal. Something very personal. I grew up in the 90s. I had music in the radio station that was supposed to be my music. I didn't like. So yeah, I tried to escape to find other doors or the treasure hidden in the attic. And I'm glad I could build up this collection, meet great people in the VC. I could finally have exchanging with. So I would say something, yeah, like my collection is something very very personal thing. the way I see things, the way I enjoy music. So personal, probably. So yeah, this is it. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next chapter. Bye bye.